8:40 p.m. September 28th, 2021. Episode number 885 of Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan. This is Seth.
Jonathan.
What is this? This is like almost like a fine wine, like a dessert wine you've made me here. It's like a port.
Figured you deserved it. You put in the work. How
Man,
was that? Powered that.
You go
go
hard
on
you
my
go hard
Mio.
on the squeeze.
Yeah. I'm a Mio man. Take it with me. Open up that trench coat and I got every flavor of Mio.
You only fuck with this one, right?
I haven't fucked with it in a while, actually. But I just dipped back in this week.
It's very good.
It's that knockoff cheer
Very
wine.
drinkable.
It's very drinkable. Potable, if you will. Guy Fieri.
Yes.
It was on the internet.
Restaurateur.
Triple D.
Television personality.
A superstar. Philanthropist.
Okay.
Father. Husband.
Lover.
Son. Dancer. Podcaster?
Probably.
Hopefully. I was online and it said, Guy Fieri is married to this man. And I said, what? Even though I just watched an interview with him
And his wife.
with his wife Lori and their sons weeks ago
got
on a
clickbaited.
reputable.
Still got clickbait.
I don't know what they call it. Is that what they call it?
I believe so.
But it said Guy Fieri is married to this man. So, all right, I take the bait. Yeah, I clicked and I took the bait. I guess that's why they call it that. But you know what they did? It was couples. No, slideshow. The annoyance of the slideshow that was not only when you click to see the next slide, you had to give it enough time for the page to. If you tried to go
like, whoa, slow down.
If you tried to go any quicker, you were on. You were buying foot powder on another. So you had to wait. So it took a couple seconds. And then I think. Well, it's kind of, there's Goldie Hawn. It was just ended up being couples, and I wanted to see the man he was married to. I saw a lot of actual couples. There's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, and there's, and I'll do 10 pages.
14.
All right, I'll do 20. Let's do 30. Fuck it. We're at 30. We might as well do 40.
See this thing through.
Let's see it through. Well, now I'm on 50. At 51, I just pushed away and was like, you motherfucker.
Never to see.
I don't know the man that Guy Fieri is married to. That's all I can say to you.
Who is the man that Guy Fieri is married to?
Nothing. Guy Fieri's husband. 51 pages, I called it. So, I'm sorry, I don't have the info.
It's so fucking... I got one. I had one the other day. And I think a few...
But all you got to do is show me real couples.
Far beyond where I was supposed to, where I was comfortable with. And then I was like, I want to ground this thing. I want to ground it. I want to see it.
Have to.
I want to see through this fucking hacker's
This is our lives
trick.
now. Yeah.
I want to at least get to the end of this horrible maze that they've created for me.
Yeah. That's what our lives have become.
And I don't think I
got there.
I never got there.
So you don't have the information, just like I don't have the information. And I'm sorry I can't pass on the information. All I know is Guy Fieri's married to a man. I don't know who it is. Oh, wow. I got my Southern living here. How about, have you ever seen Autumn in the Ozarks?
No.
Because, I don't mean, it's not a show. It's not it's not a spinoff. It's not a prequel to Ozark.
I haven't seen the show, nor have I been there in real life.
Look at that.
They're trying to rope you in, huh?
Roped me in. Look at all these colors. There looks to be a woman in a kayak.
Alabama? Oklahoma?
I don't know. Parts not here. Beautiful parts not here.
Where are the Ozarks?
Where did Guy Fieri and his husband, did they honeymoon in the Ozarks?
Oklahoma, I was right.
I think, isn't it a few? It's got to be a few states, like West Virginia and Arkansas, and it's got to be It's like the Appalachian Trail. It runs through a bunch.
Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and the southeastern corner of Kansas.
God, this looks absolutely stunning. Wow. Blazing color. Mountain adventures. No wonder they honeymooned there.
Guy and his
Guy and his husband, I don't know.
Guy and his other...
Me and Lori and his sons don't know. It's so tough. Again, the internet. Blessing. Curse. I don't know.
Which is it?
I just do it.
Tiny plastics, known as microplastics.
Here we go. I don't think it's a UhhYeahDude episode without a microplastic.
No, these are... Microplastics are tiny plastic pieces that are less than 5 millimeters in size.
Sounds small.
Sounds
minute,
like a little beady.
minuscule.
Beady little
Bastards.
They are everywhere. From indoor dust to food to bottled water. It's not surprising that scientists have detected these particles in the feces of people and their pets. And now, in a small pilot study, researchers reporting in ACS, Environmental Science and Technology letters, discovered that infants have higher amounts of one type of microplastic in their stool than adults. Health effects, if any, are uncertain. The researchers used mass spectrometry to determine the concentrations of PET and PC microplastics in 6 infant and 10 adult feces samples collected from New York State, as well as in 3 samples of meconium, and that's a newborn infant's first stool. I didn't know that was...
Ah, yes, DJ Meconium.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you for joining me.
Yes, these soft sounds.
These meconian rhythms.
Wow. This is
Meconium nights.
Meconium days always turn into
invite
nights.
only.
This ritual only involved meconium.
All samples contained at least one type of microplastic.
Fuck. Not good.
Baby's first stool
filled with plastic.
Filled with
That's
MPs.
a baby. That's a beautiful, natural, new
Plastic.
baby. Plastic-filled baby.
Although average levels of fecal PC microplastics were similar between adults and infants, the infant stool contained on average more than 10 times higher PET concentrations than that of adults.
You can handle that. A baby can't handle that.
Now, infants could be exposed to higher levels of microplastics through their extensive use of products such as bottles, teethers, toys, the researchers say. However, they note that a larger study are needed to corroborate these findings.
Give my baby a wiffle ball bat.
Suck on that for a couple of years.
Start swinging this. I want you to play in the bigs.
I mean,
my
I
baby sleep
sucked
with
a
a
lot
wiffle
of
ball
plastic as a kid.
Back in the 70s, dude? Come on.
It was all just
That's all it was.
sucking plastic. That's all you
We
did.
didn't know. They were serving bacon and milk for breakfast. We didn't know. Because you could pour out a gallon of water. You could eat that gallon and you'd be fine. If we boiled it or made it, put it in something, you could eat it and get through the day. You
Like an
can't
empanada?
put it in an empanada.
So you fold it like
Fold
a
it.
milk carton?
Grilled
thing?
cheese.
Like a
Yeah.
gallon jug of milk.
Grilled cheese.
Heat it up. Fold it into a fucking
You could eat that
quesadilla.
and live. You can't have those same levels in a baby. A baby is much too tiny.
And it's meconium.
And the baby has not been. I mean, you could handle that. You can handle your shit. There's not much I could give you that you couldn't handle.
I mean, that happens within hours of coming out of the hatch.
I know you do right away. Maybe it takes
So
a
then-
few weeks. I don't know. I don't know when's the baby's first meconium. I don't know. And why didn't my mom keep it? I mean, it sounds like something you'd keep.
Does sound like something you would keep.
You know what
I
I
would
mean?
think that it would be
If-
sort of more of a fecal sort of discharge. That it wouldn't be a
Wouldn't be
true
a
turd.
proper okay, but enough that you could have a museum.
No,
of
I would think that
celebrities
there might
first-
be okay, this is the thing you keep is the first.
Well, fine. Let's
nugget.
do that. Where's the museum for that?
Museum for what? The famous people?
Famous people's, yeah.
First meconiums?
Yes. It seems absurd that doesn't exist somewhere.
Celebrity meconium?
Yeah. Seems absurd.
How has this been?
How's this not? How have we neglected this as an opportunity?
You think it has any? Is it like the placenta that you're supposed to maybe use it, eat it?
Yeah. Or at least involve it in some ritual, some moonlight ritual. If you really do you want your baby to be connected to you, to the world, to the soil? You got to put the baby in the soil with the meconium under the moonlight.
Mix it all around.
On their first birthday in a 2-hour ritual ceremony.
Cover them in it.
Let me come up with some sort of coven. Like I'm going to come up with I'll do a pamphlet and we'll put it online and people will get into that. It's time we get back to basics,
The meconium rituals.
Yeah, back to
the lunar meconium
basics.
rituals.
Seems absurd that we got so far
Ancient
away
knowledge.
from that. Ancient knowledge. Shit. Over in Fort Dodge, Iowa, locally they call Fort Dodge Lil Chicago because architects modeled downtown buildings to resemble Chicago in the mid-1900s. So downtown Fort Dodge, Iowa, looks exactly like
Tiny Chicago.
Tiny Chicago in the 1900s. It's all like Lil Capone's. Every year they have a parade and a Lil Capone party.
Contest.
Lil Capone contest would be amazing. Bunch of Lil Capones. Halloween in Fort Dodge is just filthy with Capones. Lil Capones, big Capones. Stained fucking tank tops, gravy stained Lil Capones. Jesus.
Tommy guns.
Yeah, little Tommy guns. Wow. Experts say that a ransomware attack on a northwest Iowa grain cooperative could signal that Russian-linked groups are now beginning to target smaller firm businesses in rural America as bigger companies across the United States have tightened their cybersecurity. So you can't go into Chicago, into like a financial institution. You won't go into Little Chicago, into a grain co-op.
And then do what?
And then burn them to the ground.
And then ransom them.
Yeah, give me 21 G's or I don't know, what do you do with grain?
Crash your
servers? Grain. I'll crash your grain. Server, sir, ma'am. But whatever they do, whatever grain cooperative is, or whatever happens in rural
Little
America,
Chicago.
yes. Whatever happens in rural America that I don't understand, which is probably intricate to my day-to-day life, so no disrespect. I'm sorry for my ignorance. That's who you go to. You can't fucking try to take a police station down in like fucking Denver.
Probably
you
could,
can.
but
you really want to go to a grain silo in rural America.
Well, the problem with the police
try to break off 9 Gs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And they just don't even, it's not even worth them fighting.
Who are they going to call?
It's going to be easier for us just to pay this and get it over with.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do? How much? 9 Gs? Should we pay it? Just pay them.
Fucking pay it.
How do you do Bitcoin? I don't know. Call my son. He'll fucking, and then you got to call, the sheriff's got to call his kid, and then the kid can fucking figure out, and I don't know.
So, I don't know about this.
What's that?
Maybe it's great.
Oh, I thought that's something you might like. That's
probably.
What. It sounds
Probably.
Okay.
I'm just not sure.
mad at me.
Reese's will be in stores nationwide for the holiday season. This is the first flavored Reese's for the holidays.
Reese's Pieces.
The flavor will be out as in big cup form and in bags of miniatures. This is Reese's peanut.
You have miniatures
this
of
is
this?
Reese's peanut brittle peanut butter cup. The peanut brittle Reese's have Reese's peanut butter,
Okay.
peanuts, and then coated with a peanut brittle flavored cream.
Twist, I thought.
When opening these, the smell will hit you. It definitely smells like peanut brittle.
Okay.
It's not a regular Reese's.
Interesting.
The cups have a sweet toffee caramel note in addition to the peanutty flavor.
Perfect.
They also have a good amount of crunch from those nuts.
I mean, that sounds like a great kind of a holiday twist, no?
Yeah.
Yes. The notes of that toffee note,
A toffee top note.
that's a toffee top note.
Toffee and top note. I will.
Toffee fay?
I will try that.
Yeah, I thought it's sort of.
I mean,
it's got all it's hitting all the fucking.
It does.
All the buttons.
A lot of
all the bases.
All the
are
bases
covered.
It does seem.
How many bases are covered over there? Oh, with these?
Just about all of them.
Peanut
for the
brittle. All of
holidays.
them. It's a
Where
home
the
run.
holidays
It's
go.
a home run.
It's a holiday home run from Reese's.
How are we shaping up on Halloween? We trick-or-treating this year? How's it working for the kids?
It seems like maybe...
Are we going to go off this year? Or are we still like,
I wouldn't say off. But it's going to...
What are we at, like 70%? What do you think?
I think a lot of these parents are going to be like, you know what? We could skip one, maybe...
I mean, have we skipped two?
That's what I'm saying.
2020?
They're going to be like...
Oh, no, one.
Enough
2020 we skipped.
We only missed one?
One's a lot. For a
fuck
kid?
a kid up.
Fuck a kid up for life.
Two will destroy
Devastate them. Never be able to celebrate it again.
So I think this one, there's just going to be some I don't think it's going to be an all out, but I think there's going to be a lot of parents that are like, enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Stop stealing
I heard
Halloween
there's a peanut brittle. I heard there's a peanut brittle. Pisas. Does it come in a pisas or a miniature?
Risas, pisas, miniature.
Sure. Does it come in that? Maybe we save it and then 2022 we blow the lid off.
Kids can drink on Halloween.
Yeah. Now it's just like Now it's just like
kids
whiskey.
sit this one out.
You can sit out 2 years.
You can have whiskey.
You put Bailey's in your coffee and you can stay up all night.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It's too bad, man. Kids deserve that. It's not fair.
If they're in school, then they should be able to trick or treat.
I mean, if they're in school wearing a mask, they just require your Halloween costume must have a mask.
It is a mask anyway.
It's a mask anyway.
That's what they should be doing. They should just be putting N95s in all of those fucking masks.
Put them right in.
Just build them in.
You, whatever the costume is, you're wearing a full head mask.
A lot of surgeons.
So many surgeons this year.
So
Doctors, nurses, first responders, if you will. Yeah, you just can't. It ain't fair. It ain't right. You know? It ain't right. Marilyn Voss Savant.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Marilyn. Since my left-handed son was born 25 years ago, I've noticed so many more lefties than I remember as a child. Are lefties increasing? Asks Kathy Lombardi of Harwich, Massachusetts.
The answer is yes.
Kathy, probably not.
She doesn't know what she's talking about.
You don't know. You and Jonathan. You say she doesn't know. Marilyn doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
Probably not. In the past, left-handed children were often forced to use their right hands. Did that happen to you? Did your parents try to force you into being a righty? They allowed you to express yourself freely as a left-handed person. As it was thought that they'd have a harder time in their life as lefties. Really? Because of the scissors. The whole scissors conundrum. But the practice was found to create its own problems, so it was abandoned, which means that left-handed people were left to roam free and express themselves more often. It's likely they've always compromised about 10% of people. Left-handers have another distinction. While the great majority of righties are strongly right-handed, only a small fraction of lefties do everything with their left hands. Everything. Wanky. So you say you're seeing... You see more lefties?
I don't know.
You don't know. She says no. It's just...
She doesn't know.
She doesn't know. I mean, she's only a genius. Dumb genius. Dumb right-handed genius.
Can you really... I mean, to be a genius with the last name Savant is so crazy.
Yeah, we should look. Maybe her last name is...
No, but savant means... You could be a genius in a certain field if you're a savant, right?
It's a loose... Yeah, what...
I don't know.
What,
Anyway.
You're a genius of podcasting.
Podcasting genius.
Probably a podcasting genius. A lot of lefties.
Yeah, we were prosecuted, persecuted.
Prosecuted and persecuted.
And prejudiced.
Against. For millennia.
I was encouraged to be left-handed in everything except when my father bought me my first guitar. And he was swayed by the person at the guitar shop. I wasn't there.
Jimi Hendrix?
He was persuaded by the guy that worked there. He said, if you think your son's going to stick with the guitar, get him a right-handed guitar because as the years go on, he will have a far better selection because it's difficult to find left-handed guitars. I would say that I don't think that was good advice.
Wow. What guitar shop? McCabe's?
Don't know.
Fuck. We'll have to ask them. So they set you on a path of failure, is what they did. You could have been really one of the greatest guitarists.
I didn't say that.
I did.
Although the thought has crossed my
Yeah.
mind. It was counterintuitive in a way that I can't explain for
You don't have to explain.
the first little while. It was extremely,
It seems like that's you want to usher in
like, I
something
definitely
like that
had
as
an
easy as possible.
idea of what it would feel like to play guitar, and
coming from your heart, your mind, your soul, your
my
body.
like my imagination
yes.
and my like air guitaring.
Yeah,
and
I'm on stage right now.
I played left-handed, and I am left-handed. So it's like I am a left-handed person who instinctually turned the guitar
To
left-handed, and I played right-handed, and I remember it feeling.
John.
Well, he didn't. He was
took
going
this
off the advice of a professional.
Terrible professional. It's a Guitar Center? Where was this?
No. It was probably I think it was a place in Santa Monica that doesn't exist anymore.
Of course, because the help they had was terrible.
Because of the terrible advice they gave.
Jesus. Counterintuitive
But-
advice that the employees gave. Can I tell you the 13 most iconic left-handed guitarist of all time?
Paul McCartney.
As from
Hendrix, Paul
Mixed Down
McCartney.
Mag.
If McCartney counts, because he played bass, but he's a left-handed.
I'm just going to
player.
give some of the... Jimi Hendrix. Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
Dick Dale.
Yeah.
That's it.
Nobody else you've ever heard of.
Everybody else, doesn't make my
Doesn't make your
my
list.
list. Sorry.
Paul
So there's-
McCartney's not on there?
No.
That's weird. I guess because he's not considered a guitarist.
Guitar's not bass, no. Eddie Van Halen played a crazy bass. Yeah, they don't think right? You can't. Right? It's like meatloaf and cheeseburgers. It's the same, not meatloaf. I mean, I guess they're both sticks that make sound, but they probably can't be classified anywhere near.
Well, like, it's a bass guitar.
Ooh, interesting.
It's not a guitar bass. You know what I mean? It's a bass guitar.
Yeah, it's not a bass cheeseburger.
It's not
Good point.
It's not a cheeseburger loaf.
But he's not on here, so
But then there's a bunch of people you don't consider passing muster.
there's some people
Dick Dale, Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix. That's it. Those are the only three.
Paul McCartney's not on here, so I mean Billy Ray Cyrus is. So what are you gonna do?
I got a USA Today snapshots.
Talk to me.
More than 1 in 4. There's a Pew Research Center
That's a good company.
survey. Few Americans are traveling abroad as the pandemic drags on, but most have not seen much of the world anyway. How many other countries have U.S. adults say? How many other countries do U.S. adults say that they have visited?
Interesting.
More than 1 in 4 have never left the United States.
More than 1 in 4 American citizens have not left the confines of the United States of America.
27% say no other countries, never.
Okay.
19% say I've had a brief stay in one other country.
19%.
That's you.
No, I've been to 2 countries. 2 other countries.
2?
Yeah.
Canada
I've been to
and...
Toronto and Tijuana.
Oh, you've been to TJ.
Baby, I'm all over the world.
12% say they've been to 2 different countries.
That's me, baby. I've been all over. I've been up. I've been down.
3 to 4 countries, 15%.
3 to 4.
5 to 9, 14%.
5 to 9. The 5 to 9, that's impressive. That's a lot of countries.
10 or more, 11%.
That's like Rick Steves. No one's done that. Have you done that? You've probably, how many countries have you been to? You've been to Germany. Have you ever been to Germany? No.
No.
You've been to Italy.
Yeah.
You've been to Spain.
Yeah.
You've been to France.
Yeah.
You've been to
Portugal.
England. Is that a country? Portugal. England.
To
Been to Ireland?
no. Canada,
Canada. Mexico.
Mexico.
7.
Uh,
Holland, or that's a place, right?
I've been to Holland.
Amsterdam, or what
I've
was
been
that?
to Amsterdam.
Are those 2 different places?
I don't know. Holland? No, Amsterdam's in Holland.
Okay,
so I've been to
that's
Holland.
8.
I've been to. I've been to Copenhagen.
That's Denmark.
And I've been to
9. Oh, you've been to Iceland.
Been to Iceland.
10. Holy shit.
Switzerland.
Oh my God, that's 11.
It's
It's got to be probably more if we looked at a.
It's pretty good though.
That's incredible. What was that put you? If that's 11 or so, what does that put you at?
10 plus is 11%.
So you're in the
Top tier.
top tier
Traveled Americans.
of cultured Americans. That's awesome.
Oh, I've been to Guatemala. Is that a country? That's South.
Fuck yeah! It's one of the greats.
I've been to
Guatemala. That's 12. Yeah. What? Any other like Central American countries or just
I
one?
think just Guatemala. I mean, I stopped in Honduras.
You were there. Were you in the gift shop? You were there.
I was in Honduras.
Exit through the Honduran gift shop. Incredible documentary. Oh my God. Wow.
Never been to South America.
Okay. But I'm trying to think of like in Europe, if they're all so jammed in there, you probably maybe dipped into some we're not even like, you know?
Yeah, like, well, I would think Germany somehow maybe in
Belgium?
passing.
Would Belgium? Okay. I'm trying to think it's like some tricks. Monaco. Like some.
I mean, I think I would have logged those if I was even in their airports. Like, if I was in, like, the airport in Berlin, I'd be like, fuck, I'm in Berlin.
Fuck, I'm in Berlin. Gotta piss
Didn't
on somebody.
happen. I'm going to piss on somebody out here.
I think.
I got to go.
I gotta go.
Scotland a country?
Scotland's gotta be a country, right?
Been there.
You been there?
Yeah.
That's a country, right? Or is that not a country? I don't understand all those four, how those all
Province,
work.
Country?
Yeah, how they work on the UK system. Sorry, it doesn't count.
But I mean, I've
That's impressive.
thank you.
That's amazing. Is there any country you haven't been to that you really,
Yes.
other than Germany, that you really want to go
Yes.
to? Like, I'd love to go to that country.
I want to go to Japan very badly. I'd like to go to Germany.
Okay. Would you rather go to Germany or Japan?
Japan.
Okay. Is there any country you'd rather go to than Japan? Or is that your number one right now?
I'd say that's probably my number one.
Huh.
I would say that's my number one.
Huh.
I'd love to see New Zealand.
New Zealand and Australia, you'd love to see.
And then I think it's important that I see Ireland before I die.
Because of my ancestry had so much, of course. You want to go back to County Cork or find really trace.
No, I think Ireland is probably one of those things that
Put on a thick cable knit sweater, maybe?
I don't know. It would feel very good for me to go there and those like that like cliffside green
You need
wet
that, yeah.
like
Like a
ocean
sheep
shit
walk
like
by
makes
and
me
you.
fucking like
Yeah.
pretty nutty. So I
Yeah,
mean,
Iceland
if
gave
ever,
you just a taste of what you really need to do.
Well, I mean, England's got it. You know, Northern
Yeah.
California has it a bit.
No,
like
you need that, like,
Iceland has it, but I mean,
you need that Dublin
I'd
experience.
like to go to Ireland at some
Yeah.
point and experience that.
Get yelled at by a redhead.
But
You need
New
that.
Zealand is up there.
Okay,
It's just
more
so
than Australia.
100%.
Wow. We got to get you to Auckland and Tokyo. Is Auckland in New Zealand? Okay. I'm on my blogs, my food blogs. Have you ever heard of the Minnow Pod? The pod. Looks like a locker. Designed for workplaces and residential buildings. COVID-19 accelerated the development of contact-free tech in last-mile delivery. You know the last-mile delivery space.
Don't know what
the
that means.
final mile. Pickup pods, in particular,
Yeah.
have helped improve the food delivery experience for the 20% of Americans who live in apartments. And as people start heading back to the office, ghost kitchens can work with corporate buildings as well to deliver this contact-free delivery. Minnow's individually locked, Wi-Fi-enabled cubbies are convenient. They're efficient. They keep food safer, more secure, and fresher for longer periods of time.
I love this.
You love the pod.
I
Hate people.
I
Love food, hate people.
I really like the idea
of
of
not
this.
talking to people and eating food. So the pod to me is an important step in
our
civilization, evolution as humans.
But I am right.
No, I hear you.
I am right.
Yeah, you want delicious food. You don't want. I don't care how it's made. I don't know how it got here. Put it in a cubby. Let me use technology to open that cubby, and I'll that's like an appetizer right there. You can't enjoy your meal unless you use a little tech before you get it.
I'm just saying.
The pod is your shit.
I'm saying ghost kitchens, this whole concept of removing the human element and the human error.
Okay.
More importantly.
Error. You don't like fuck ups.
But I'm just saying.
I said pepperoni, not peppercini.
You
fucking non-robot fuck.
non-ghost robot.
You non-ghost robot fuck.
No, I'm saying pubic hairs from your fucking hands and shit. Getting the
Robots
orders
don't
wrong,
have pubes.
Breathing on it.
That's the slogan for your tech company.
I want-
robots don't have pubes.
If you,
Minnow.
unless it is like,
Hey, there's no pubes in this. Yeah, it was made by robots. Cool.
unless you're like a fucking chef and you're like making me a meal.
You mean like
and I'm
something that,
paying
like-
crazy money
Yeah, you
for
want
it
it to be like
then
a-
let
yeah.
let a robot do
I'm
it.
just talking about pizza.
Yeah, or bowls.
Bowls.
Like I
with
understand
4
that
different
food
ingredients.
needs to be made with love.
Just scoop it, robot.
Just make the bowl.
Scoop the
robot.
beans, robot. Save the pubes and the love for later.
Exactly.
Save it for later, robot.
Yeah.
It ain't about this.
If I want pubes, I'd like to be paying.
This ain't about pubes
dollar.
or love.
Top dollar
just
for the
food
pubes.
and tech and small, because you love to like boop boop beep boop boop and open your cubby.
Well, it's just that's
So I saw them. They're in like, if you're in the lobby of an office, you shoot down at
Gimme.
lunch. Gimme. Last mile. Someone drops it. Soon will be a robot. The robot will have made that pizza. The last mile will be driven by
a robot.
a robot. The cubby shall be opened by a robot.
And then I will.
And then the robot will feed you. Feed me, robot. Take my head. Press it. Press the chew. Press chew. Yum, 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 yum. Press chew. Press the button on my elbow for chew. Oh, so glad we're almost out of here.
But doesn't that please you? That idea? I thought it would be something that you would like too, because you like things how you like them,
You all love them.
and everyone fucks up. So why not? Wouldn't you? Don't you want that? Don't you want a fucking medicinally cleaned machine to
I like this perfectly sanitized after
sanitized
each
machine
pizza.
to
It's
make
perfectly
you a
sanitized.
bowl that you've told it exactly what you want and in what capacity and portions, and it's
Yes.
just like
Slightly, yeah. The sweet potatoes, little. I want it precise. I hear. Wait a minute.
I can't believe
Selling me on
that
that
isn't
pod.
something that pleases you. Because the other thing is, I guess the only argument, well, in my opinion,
Yes.
the only argument you can make against it is that it's taking jobs away from humans. But
Yeah.
that is like fucking bound to happen, one. But two, those jobs that you're talking about that it's currently taking away you can't live from them anyway. You haven't been able to sustain a life working in those jobs in fast.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want to talk about
No, I can't start
servers
thinking
or
about the
restaurant industry.
No. I don't want to think
Talking about
the existential quandary of all
fast
of us
food.
being able to live like.
It's not a living wage.
in a respectful way.
It's not a living wage.
Strictly technology-wise,
granted-
I just knew the pod would be
Up my alley.
right up your alley.
I hope I'm not wrong for that, but I feel right for it.
I'm not wrong, but I feel right. And this pizza, oh, delicious.
Thank you,
A
robot.
delicious robot.
In Ahoskie. This is Ahoskie, Ahoskie, North Carolina. Population 5,000 people.
Oh, okay.
Sisters Jennifer Taylor and Janetta Archer lost their mother Mary last month. On the day of her viewing at Hunter's funeral home, when the pair walked up to Mary, their mother's casket, there was another woman inside of it.
Excuse me.
We just couldn't understand how this could happen,
Yeah,
said Jennifer Taylor.
Thank you. It's crazy, but yes, it's exactly how it
Taylor told 10 10 on Your Side, which must be the
sounded. I love that,
publication.
Yeah.
That she and her sister felt something was off the moment they peered in the casket.
Well,
Well,
definitely.
yes, it's not your dead mother.
Mom. That's the well.
Quote, there's no similarity in the person. Their size was way off.
Well, what if the person was similar in size? It would have been less.
Maybe it just would have.
Oh, they wouldn't
It wouldn't have been tipped off so quickly.
so quickly if the body was.
Because it's a
You're
dead person.
yeah,
so you don't know
you're
how
grieving.
but
And
also you don't know how different a lifeless mother's body
Well,
versus a
I've
life-filled.
seen some dead bodies. They look pretty similar to how they looked the day that they around
Have you?
their death. Yeah, I've seen the bodies. I
You've
mean,
been
have I?
familiar with
No, I haven't seen many dead bodies. I would imagine though
someone
that,
that you knew.
if I knew
in the
somebody that
waking
died
life-
and saw them in a casket, they would look pretty similar to how
Pretty
I.
similar, but I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you. An
Who
open
i-
casket
who is
preparation.
this? What do you mean? Who is that?
They could dupe you if they needed to.
If they wanted to,
They could trick you.
in what kind of way?
They could make you believe that the person that you saw die.
Was not that person.
Was in-
You're saying they get Hollywood special effects and makeup? Is
They
what
could-
you're saying? If they had to.
I'm saying that a dead, made-up, open casket body looks so much not like a
Like that-
human being.
Okay.
Period.
That they could.
It like doesn't look like something that once had life in it. So with that said, you could probably get away with a lot.
I thought in the combination with your grief and that you're
That too.
disoriented.
I mean,
It takes everything.
I can't factor that out because those aspects, those things were present
The
at
team,
the time.
well,
that
the
we're talking
team
about.
that's doing the dupe is they know.
the Hollywood team.
The Hollywood team that's been employed.
The dupe team
They
of
know
this
how
reality-
much
this reality
yeah.
show.
It looks. Is that a mirror? It looks like him.
I don't want
this-
to, and you don't want to ask anyone else because it
is
seems
this a
ins-
mirror?
it
It'd be
seems
so rude.
insensitive.
Yeah, to his family. Is this a mirror? Are you sure his hair was that long? Cool. All right, I'm gonna peace out. I'm out.
There is no similarity to this person. Their size was way off. When the first person had the clothing on, she was swimming in the clothes because she was so small compared to my mother.
Oh, whoa.
Janetta Archer explained. We picked these clothes out special for our mother.
Well,
these fitting clothes.
Yeah, these clothes that
fitting.
fit. And so
pair of-
you're saying that the body was swimming in the mom's favorite blouse. That's a tip off.
The pair immediately addressed the issue
Yeah,
with
like,
staff.
What the fuck?
The sisters said that the home at first denied that the woman was someone else
Can't do that.
until they went back into the embalming room and saw the real Mary Archer.
Fuck.
For this to play out like that is just embarrassing, Taylor said. Embarrassing.
It's
You
like-
should be like,
Own that.
you should
Own
be like,
that
I am
home.
now, by the way, in the
I
funeral and
work.
embalming
I am your
business.
boss now. Don't do it again. If you do, don't. Well, don't. I mean, you can't. How do you try to get out? Oh no, that's your mom. That what you don't understand is that because of
is
your
your mother.
grief and people look different. Jonathan said. John, the head embalmer said. What?
Between the grief and
Between
the,
the grief
difference
and the incredible Hollywood team that's been brought in. That's your mom.
dupe you,
To
it's
dupe-
your mom.
The Incredibles for our new reality show.
Is
Duped
that your
Corpses. Is that your mom on Paramount Plus? Yeah, we bring in incredible teams, and it's the cost. It's really the wardrobe department that really takes it to the next level because
it's so many familiar items that they
you're
pull
like,
from the house.
Wait a minute.
And then dress up this other corpse in.
Her favorite Vidal Sassoons, they don't fit the same.
She's swimming in those bad boys.
Swimming in those Vidal Sassoons. No, you gotta trust us. Trust us. Grief is crazy. Grief's crazy. Oh my God. It is fucking tough.
Oh, so many places that you just get screwed over.
Yeah, you'd think. Just get it right and let us get home and fucking live. You gotta fuck that up.
Even the last thing.
And I don't even think
the very last thing.
The very last thing.
This is the last thing.
I mean, that's not my mother.
I know it.
I'm almost positive that's not my mother. Main reason is because it isn't. That's my main.
That's the
biggest tip off
is
when I looked at my not mother posing as my mother. I knew there's something up.
And then the clothes.
And then the clothes. Big old clown shoes. Boink. Big old wedges. Big old Tom's wedges.
Tough.
It's so tough.
In a town of 5,000?
Yeah, I mean, come on. You can't fucking... Maybe in Houston.
Yeah, like
maybe
you guys are like
maybe you're turning them out.
Non-stop.
So many people. Not in a tiny little town. No, that's her. Trust.
It's the grief.
Trust on that. Bump it. Anyway, we out. I don't know, dude. What do you got? You got anything there?
What do I do?
I don't even know when we started. I don't know what time I'm having so much. You know what? You know you're having. You get lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know what time we started. I don't care. I'm having so much fucking fun. I can't listen. Listen.
Did you write it down?
No. That's the key. You got to do that. But it don't matter to me. When you're having fun and when you're with your friend and you're chopping it up and you hope that the people listening are laughing, what are you going to sit here and it's got to be like, no, no more fun.
Time's up.
Time's up. No, man. Nah.
More than 18 months into the COVID-19 outbreak, nearly 1 in 5 Americans is consuming an unhealthy amount of alcohol, a new survey suggests. About 17% of respondents reported heavy drinking in the past 30 days, according to the survey conducted by analytics from the Harris Poll and commissioned by Alkermes, an Ireland-based biopharmaceutical company. The survey was conducted online from March 30th to April 7th among 6,006 U.S. adults aged 21 and older. Of those, 1,003 adults reported heavy drinking.
Ooh.
Now, heavy drinking was defined as having had 2 heavy drinking days in a single week, at least twice in the previous 30 days.
In a month. Yeah.
So 2 days
maybe
a week,
maybe 2
twice,
weekends a
at
month?
least twice within a month.
Yeah.
And a heavy drinking day was defined as 4 or more drinks containing alcohol for women, 5 or more drinks containing alcohol for men. That is definitely.
But that's only one in the day. That's a guarantee.
What?
That you're going to get one of those a day of like.
But we have to do those 2 times in a week, twice in a month.
A day drink as well? I thought it was...
No, 2 of those days. So that means 2 days out of a week, I would have to have had 5 or more alcoholic beverages, but I would have to do that 2 weeks out of the month.
Oh, yeah.
So at least 4 heavy drinking days in a month.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah, people...
I mean... It's easy.
I mean, yeah.
Trust me. It's actually hard because it's not enough. But
yeah. It's hard to, but so you're dealing with alcoholics, is what you're dealing with.
New alcoholics,
but
new ones.
Alcoholics, nouveau alcoholics.
However you want
to say
drunks.
Man. I mean, that's
2
happening.
heavy drinking days. I'm
Don't
just going to
matter.
redefine
You
it.
don't have to. Everyone's an alcoholic. You know, I gotta give me
2 heavy
fucking-
drinking days in a single week. I mean, it's arbitrary, but I would say it's an arbitrary number and amount that they've chosen, but that amount is definitely in a realm of heavy drinking. That does constitute heavy drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying like you could maybe be reading that and being like, is that heavy drinking though? And I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
And this comes from somebody who drank heavier, much heavier than that.
Yeah.
But twice in a week, drinking 5 or more, and you do that 2 times, 2 weeks out of every 4 weeks. Does that make sense?
No, everyone's an alcoholic. That's all I know.
So that means what makes me a little upset about this is that they didn't give me what the numbers were prior to COVID.
If
1,003 adults reported that out of 6,000 after 18 months, prior to that, what was the number?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't. You're not going to tell me it's doubled.
Yeah, we want to know what the margin of how. I think everybody before was an alcoholic, and now everyone's an alcoholic too. I just think it's probably just everyone's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You know. Just
Well,
in
I mean,
general.
there's certainly
Just in general.
people that
Whatever
weren't,
that word
that
means.
were alcoholics that weren't drinking as much.
Okay,
But
now-
now that happened, they use that as an excuse to like be like, now I can drink because
I'm home.
there's less to do. So now I can just drink all the time, and then
Yeah.
there won't be any real going back from that. Probably there's no like, hey, I was drinking kind of heavy during that time, but now I'm back to work.
Yeah,
I'm not
now
drinking
back
as
to
much.
work in my office, which is still my house. Whoa, wow. I'm gonna go down to the break room, which is my kitchen. Oh shit.
I'm drinking.
How the vodka getting the orange juice? Oh shit, that's because that's what I do. You know, the booze will come up on you quick.
It's just not something
You want to do.
that feels good to stop doing once you've been doing it a lot.
Which most things.
It's a tough thing to.
What you want to do is though do it because then you just kind of it makes you kind of like zone out. I think that's the key. I'm gonna zone out over here. Is that okay? I don't know what qualifies what. I don't know what the word is. Pretty much everyone's fucking an alcoholic, right? I mean, there's only 9 people that like, every couple of weeks, occasionally I have a glass of wine. There's like 9 people that do that. Everyone else drinks until they're drunk and they do it all the time.
Or they abstain.
Anyone that I know that-
ferociously,
Yeah, I don't.
like obsessively.
And even when I
abstain.
know that drinks, what they do is they drink like all the time. In my experience, anecdotally, I know people that don't drink, and I know people that drink all the time.
That's it. Pretty much.
That's it. I don't know anyone that says sometimes with a fish, I'll have a white wine once a month. No, you won't. You'll have 40 beers a week all the time, or you never ever, and you smoke weed. Like and chill. Yes, I don't have a drinking problem. I just drink all the time. It's tough. Because booze is a funny thing. I guess you could have some wine. It's designed to get extreme. Spirits and cocktails. It's not really it's not something you like. I mean, it's built to party. It's
I don't think it feels.
It's.
I mean, there's arguments that maybe the idea is like it doesn't feel good to do it in moderation. That the idea of it is.
I mean, once you pop, you can't stop. I mean,
you're
it's like,
supposed that booze is to get drunk on it.
Well, I mean,
that you're supposed to get drunk.
Why have one if you have 5? And if you end up doing that twice a week, I guess they classify you as an alcoholic.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, we do know.
But do we?
Everyone's an alcoholic.
Everyone's an alcoholic.
Pretty much.
Pretty much, because you know why? They love to drink. And when you drink, you get fucked up. It really fucks you up. It makes you different. It makes you you. It does not excuse it, but it
makes you different.
it really it impairs you to a great extent.
You think more so than other things?
Of anything.
Like
It's
the
the
most.
most impairing thing.
It might be up there.
Cocaine, you are like,
Yourself.
if I gave you cocaine, you could make 30 free throws in a row. If I gave you 3 beers, you wouldn't hit a backboard for $100. It's a wild thing.
Debilitating.
Whatever the fermentation of it is, whatever the chemical process of it, it is like impairing to a great extent.
Yeah.
If I gave you speed, you could fucking clean 9 houses and at the end of it, crash and everyone would be like, my house is spotless. If you had 4 gin and tonics, you would wrap your car around a telephone pole. It's like, what? In this silly little bottle? It is like impairing.
Yeah.
I said, what? Oh, yeah, you said more than that. But I only had
poison?
Yeah, what am I drinking? Yeah. I used to put like skull and crossbones on it. It is literally poison. It's like alcohol. Yeah, it's very impairing.
Yeah.
In a crazy way.
Yeah.
If you did Molly, you'd be fucked up, but you would be right on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At the same concert that you are right on at, the person next to you that had 5 Modelo's, you move it, has already like knocked 3 things over and like, I don't know what it is. The bottle, it just, whatever it does to you.
The fermentation.
The fermentation?
I think so.
Whatever.
It must be.
Once it goes into your body, becomes an instant poison. It's a crazy thing. Nothing else really does that, I think, you know? It's weird. So you got to watch yourself, you know?
It's because it's liquid based and we're liquid based, and so
I think that's probably
it mixes with us, and then it
mixes with
takes
our water,
our
ocean,
and then
we are our own drunk poison ocean.
888-842-2357.
Scientifically, of course,
our own drunk poison ocean. We are a listener-supported, commercial advertising-free podcast.
Amazing.
So we do not sell you anything, but in return we ask that if you can afford, please pledge to the show. And the best way to do that is by going to our Patreon, pledging $5 a month. It gives you all of these episodes that we film and record. It gives you access to all the archived episodes going back all the way to 2006. I did hear that there was possibly a new iOS Apple update that has somehow made it difficult to get to certain archives.
What?
That'll be it's
Just if you have
a hiccup and it'll
you mean
get
on
fixed.
the new phone or just the new whatever?
update, like that somehow
What the fuck?
going to the archives, it only lets you go back to a certain point. But I'll look into it and it'll get fixed.
Call Tim.
But go to our Patreon, pledge to us. You get discounts on merch, access to the video episodes, access to the archives, and most importantly, you can sleep well knowing that you support something.
Oh, that's the best way to. You want a good night's sleep? Don't worry about your mattress. Don't worry about your blankets. Don't worry about your pillow.
Just worry about us.
Just worry about us. And then you think, you know, I love my guys, and I want to support my guys. I want them to be able to keep doing the show, and you know, this way, I just feel like, you know what, I love my boys, and I sleep so good now.
We are at the end of October 30th. It's a Saturday. We will be playing our first show out of state since before the lockdown, before all of that. I mean, it's been maybe, I don't even know how long.
Did you see they're doing another fucking Tiger King?
What does that mean?
I don't know. Tiger King 2, the fucking Electric Boogaloo. Didn't even like.
Is it called Electric Boogaloo?
I'm just like.
But what does that mean? It can't. He's the Tiger King. So unless it's in prison,
I'm sure it is.
It is. They're not letting cameras in there. He's in
maybe
prison.
Phone calls. I don't know. I just saw a teaser for it. I'm like, do I even click on the teaser for this fucking?
Do not,
Jonathan.
Dog.
Should I tell you?
You know what it is? It's anything.
But
but it was lucrative. So if it's lucrative, they're gonna do it again.
You know what the
see,
problem
like, is
though
there
about
any
that
way we
is?
could do that again?
It was so fucking good.
I know.
And is that is it possible that it could, because it was made so well and it was so good, that even this janky knockoff could even kind of maybe? No, I shouldn't even.
It's a different world.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's a pre-Tiger King world we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking There's before Tiger King and after Tiger King.
After Tiger King, you can't give me Tiger King and expect me to be like, oh, this is Tiger King.
No, but
only Tiger King is going to be Tiger
King. But if they gave you more Tiger King,
what could be crazier than that fucking boyfriend blowing his fucking brains out on a security camera? I'm not saying that I'm going to watch this new one and be like, you know what? Like Godfather 2, Tiger King 2 is better than Tiger, but is because it's so bananas that what's happened since that's bananas? Nothing.
Nothing's happened.
That swinger couple taking over the fucking place. Him in jail. What? Like?
Should I see what? Yeah. What's it about?
Don't show me.
I didn't look. I thought the click. I said, "What you're gonna do? Fucking what?
Couples. Just let me see some more couples."
But
pictures of couples.
It just, for me, you think about March. Well, you think in March, and now it's like, well, damn, we're not out of this yet. We shouldn't be solid. We shouldn't even be,
I mean, it's just like what.
Or you just wait till 2022 and give me the 2-year, do another 2-year anniversary.
You want to show me Carol Baskin again and expect me to sit and watch her talk again after like Cardi B is doing like Carol Baskin fucking like I can't.
Well, there's like 2 competing like series trying to go.
No.
Do I tell you anything about it that
Go ahead. You shit.
Yeah, fuck.
In the meantime, 888-842-2357, our toll-free voicemail. You can email me, UhhYeahDude@me.com. You can find me on Twitch, broadcasting more music-focused stuff a couple of days a week. Jonathan Larroquette.
I've clicked on it, and what they're showing me is it looks like a server. We're doing a slow shot of, so it's not servers and like light. So it's going to be like from these cables we gave you, you know. Oh yeah, look at that.
I don't understand.
It just said March 19th, 2020, the world had no idea. And it's just close up of case.
Breaking?
Yeah, like, look at what we did. We broke the internet.
Fuck everything.
Oh, my God. TK2. I'm so...
Y2K? TK2.
Well, the world didn't know what was going to hit them. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you anything. So they're just showing clips from the first one.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was this crazy story. We all watched it. It was a phenomenon. But it's all Joe Exotic not in prison.
This
so
is
this
all...
is all... So they're just showing us clips from Tiger King.
That's all new.
Well, they got us there, right, didn't they? November 17th. They just showed a very small clip of like Mr. Exotic in prison.
2-hour one-off?
That's a great call. Is this just
remember there was that and that one was whack. Remember that?
What?
The Christmas special or whatever?
I didn't do that.
It was so bad. Am I thinking of...
You're thinking of another docuseries.
Thinking of the British Office.
Thinking of the British Office when David Brent did his one-off.
No, they did like Tiger King, like ketchup.
Oh man, ketchup like catsup?
like condiment, table condiment.
A special after show.
Thank you.
Yeah, Joel McHale. So I just couldn't do it.
It was the worst.
Can't do it. That was on April 12th. With McHale interviewing several of his subjects and about Exotic and the series itself. That must have been
unwatchable.
Bad.
Oh, and it was just in the beginning of COVID, so everybody's shooting from their like webcams, and they haven't even
worked.
No one's even bought.
No one knows how to work Zoom yet. Zoom? What?
I swear to God.
Oh no. So I just wish I didn't think of that and say because I want to know.
We don't know. We still don't know if it's episodes.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Is it just a one-off or is it episodes? Oh no! Hold on, give me 1 sec. I'm so sorry. What a stupid thing.
We're going to Milwaukee. That's October 30th. Tickets on sale. Ticket links on our website, UhhYeahDude.com. That's the back room at Collectivo. Saturday, October 30th. We are so excited to be coming back to Milwaukee for a spooktacular little show. We will have new merch. some stuff that's for sale now. If you don't get that stuff and you're coming to that show, we'll probably have some of it available to you. So some of the stuff that we're making right now, we're setting aside a bunch to be able to bring to Milwaukee. So if you don't get it, or you don't have if we don't have your size, we sold out, and you're coming to that show, there's a good possibility that we'll have something for you there. Just watch that trailer one more time.
I am gonna lose my. It just says it will premiere on November 17th. It's making me feel like it's.
Well, I mean, never know. I mean, the internet doesn't work, so.
Oh no! It does not.
To get a straight answer is not.
The continuation. Yeah, I'm getting that, but does this mean that it just is a stupid Joel McHale one-off, or is it Tiger King 2 promises more madness and mayhem.
Maybe it's episodes.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. It must be episodes, right?
I mean, they're gonna, yeah.
But like,
try and get us.
Yeah, I should. Well, I guess I have clicked on it by now. But I all week just was like, what are you? Why?
Well, because.
But if they did a Wild Wild Country new one, we'd probably go into that too, right? I mean, Robert Durst just was sent to prison. Are they going to do an update on that? I mean,
you know what?
Certain things
you know
that
what we didn't dip into?
What?
Making a Murderer. No. Making a Murderer.
I didn't do that.
Second one.
Yeah.
We didn't do it.
No. Didn't need to, right?
Well, I don't know.
No. Someone would have said, do it.
Would they?
Yeah, I think.
So what does that mean? That there wasn't anything that we'd learned in the new one that we didn't already know at the end of the first one? Because at the end of the first one, it seemed to me that a grave misjustice had been done.
I don't know.
I think the second one maybe left you thinking, like, maybe they did do it?
Well, didn't they do it?
Oh,
they didn't do it.
I think they didn't do it.
I don't know. That creepy guy didn't do it.
Gotta go.
That guy's a fucking creep.
Well,
what about the key, though? Didn't they plant the key?
The kid didn't.
Well, the kid was a kid. The poor kid.
He didn't do it.
Poor kid. He's a young kid. Was he still? They're all still in prison. So
still
I guess
in
there was season 1 was 2015. That was wow, 2015. That's so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
That was probably
16,
the first.
17,
Didn't that
18,
like?
19, 20.
Wouldn't you say
No,
that
I think
that
we
probably
said the
rocked
Jinx.
us?
The Jinx was.
But
the
I
one.
didn't see the Jinx until last year.
Hold on. 16, 17,
I didn't
18,
watch
19,
the Jinx
20,
until
21. That was
I moved to the
6.
desert.
Dog.
You were like, you should maybe watch that.
him. He's weird.
And then Marissa was like, have you really never seen it? And then I went in and I binged it.
That was 6. That will be 6 years ago in December that the first Making a Murderer came out. Season 2 was 2018.
We didn't watch it.
And we didn't watch that. That was all October of 2018. Season 1 was all December of 2015. That's wildly long ago. Anybody else kill anybody or anything new? Any new long form doozies? Before we go Tiger King 2, hasn't somebody been working on like
something?
A cult or somebody did something somewhere?
Yeah, what did we get? The last one was the not the Branch Davidians, but the
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate.
4 episodes, good. But I'm talking. I mean, I want to go Jinx, Making a Murder, Wild Wild Country, Tiger King realm. I want the like.
Who knows?
I want the all-timers. We deserve an all-timer. We've been in this. You're trying to tell me we've been in this fucking pandemic for a year and a half.
No one's
Tiger
been able
King
to
kicked it off.
call some
and
footage
now you want to
together?
give me a Tiger King 2 before you give me something I don't know about?
It's fair. Who do we launch a complaint with?
Who
The
do I
FCC?
talk to? Who do I talk to?
888-842-2357.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Please tell a friend to listen. Please tell somebody that everyone's listening to podcasts. What the fuck? I mean,
Come back
the best thing.
for 866.
Oh, I wish.
886.
Oh boy, we'd be so young then.
886. Come back.
866. So we're really earlier this. But listen, every day, you want to turn the clock back to like, every picture you see yourself as a child, you long to go back. When you saw that guy on Roller Boogie that was wearing that Heaven mesh shirt and you were dreaming back in the 80s when you were rocking a half shirt, you were like, man, I used to rock mesh half shirts. Damn it.
Those are good times.
They were great times.
78.
78, the summer of 78 in Venice. That's when I came alive, and that's how I shall live. I got a lot of research to do. I'm gonna live every day.
Period correct. Every
Period
day.
correct. Summer of 78, Venice, California.
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.